Alright guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the haul of stuff that Eric and I won during our last auction outing. So this is from the footage that you saw last. We did go to another auction last week. We didn't spend near as much as we did from this week that I'm showing you. I don't pride myself in spending a lot of money for things. I don't like spending a lot of money for things. It's just not the way I am. But this one here, I did spend a lot, but I got a lot of good things that I think will sell hopefully high. So total that we spent, this includes buyer's premium, $576.77. So that's kind of crazy, but again, I got some really nice quality items, and I'm just crossing my fingers that they will sell and that they will sell for, you know, good prices. So there are a couple things on here that I'm just gonna put up pictures of the items and the listings, just because they're like larger items, heavier items, and they're already down in the basement where we store all of our inventory. I didn't want to drag them the whole way upstairs. I live in a townhouse and I film at the top, so it's kind of a pain to drag everything up here all the time. So I kept some of the more heavier things down there, and I will share with you what those were when we get to them. But the first thing will be one of those. Eric actually wanted these. They're called Smudge pots, and basically you fill them with just oil and it burns. These did have citronella oil in them. Whoever was using them prior had citronella burning in them, I guess to keep like insects and stuff away, like out on their deck or by their pool or patio or wherever they had them. But Eric did win these Smudge pots, and he won them. He won 4 of them for a total of $24 is what he spent altogether for all 4 of them. So he decided to list them up on auction, each with a starting price of $54.99. So far, there are no bids on those, so if he doesn't get bids, he'll probably put them up as a buy it now. But these would be great, like I said, like if you have a pool or like a patio and stuff like that. Just, you know, it generates light, and you know, if you are putting citronella in, it'll, you know, keep bugs and stuff away, which is always nice. Another item that he won that he was interested in, and I did bring one of these up, there was a set of 2 of these just old school skateboards. These have a plastic deck, and then I think they are Nash trucks on here. So they're nice. I mean, do we know what year they're from? I'm not sure. Maybe he found out. He was the one that actually listed these as well. So it was a set of 2 of them, but they definitely look older. And he won both of the skateboards at a price of $16. He currently has one up on auction for $39.99. So I'm sure that's probably where he will put up the other one as well. But I think he just put up one for now. I guess to see how it goes, but again, no bids on that quite yet. All right, the next item I won, and this was super fun. So when I do my auction videos, typically when you see the footage, that's me there the day prior, when they kind of open up the auction for you to come in and look at everything and, you know, decide what you're going to be interested in bidding on the following day when the auction actually starts. So when I go in and record, I'm having Eric take pictures of stuff, of anything that I'm interested in, so that when I go home, I can do a little more research on anything that does interest me and find out, you know, what I'm interested in bidding on. So with me personally, I like to know exactly what I'm willing to spend on an item before I even go to the auction. So like I said, I come home, I do all of my research. It takes me a lot of time to research the items, but not only is it helping me in the long run, that way, like, even if I don't win the item, I will know, like, if I'm out and about, that I'll know what that item is, or I'll know how much that item is worth potentially. So what I do is I take a notebook along, and I see other people at the auction also with little notebooks, and they're probably doing the same exact thing I am, where I will write down the things that I'm interested in. I will write down the price of the bid I am willing to go up to, and I also write down the price of what I could potentially get for it using solds on eBay, or what I would potentially like to at least list the item for, in hopes that that's what I could get for the item. So for how much profit I could make. That way when I'm at the auction, I'm not going overboard or, you know, caught up in the heat of the moment and ending up just bidding way more than I wanted to, and then it leaves me no room for profit, kind of thing. So sorry for that little bit of ramble, but I kind of just wanted to tell you guys how I do everything. So in the footage, you saw me probably look at this or ask myself what it was, because I didn't know. So when I got home, I did my research, and I found out that they put these in cars back in the day. They were car vases. Vases for your car that you would stick actual flowers in your car, which is crazy and really cool. I wish that they still did stuff like that now. But this is just a beautiful green glass vase. I don't have this listed yet, only because I lost my black light. I'm not quite sure where I put it, so I want to find that first. I don't know if this is gonna glow or not. To me, it looks like it has the potential to, but regardless, I want to make sure that if it does, I can get a picture of it to put in my listing. So that's why I don't have it listed yet. But this car vase, I did pay I did pay a good bit for this. I paid $60 for it, but they seem to be very hard to find, and I don't think I saw any in this shade, in this color glass. So I'm hoping maybe, you know, I can sell it for a decent amount. I'm not quite sure exactly, and I don't have my auction book in front of me as to what I thought I could potentially sell it for. I apologize. I only have what I paid and what I have it listed for, but I don't have it listed yet. But if you ever do come across anything that looks like this with like a little bracket in the back, that's how you would attach it in your car. That's what these are. They were old car vases. So that's awesome. Like, that's why I love researching stuff. So I thought that was really cool. Next item that Eric won was this old, they call these decorations, some of you guys might remember these, they call them melted popcorn decorations, melted plastic popcorn decorations. My mom had so many of these, like, for every single holiday. I don't know what she ever did with them. I don't know if she ended up throwing them away or maybe selling them at a yard sale. But I really don't see them super often when I'm out and about. And I saw this one there, and I was like, what is that? And my mom did not have this one. This one was just really weird looking. But I kind of fell in love with it at the same time. So when I was trying to research it, I was like, I don't even know what to look for. Like, I don't know what this thing was supposed to be. But supposedly it's a scarecrow. I don't really see a scarecrow. I mean, I kind of get it. But to me, it looks almost like a witch dressed up like a clown kind of thing. So, like, when I look at this, I see more of a Halloween kind of decoration than I do a Thanksgiving decoration as far as, like, a scarecrow goes. But anyway, he won this, and they put it with, and this is what happens a lot at the auction, where if it's just something like random, they'll throw other stuff with it. And that's how sometimes we end up with things we didn't necessarily want. Sometimes that works out in our favor, where we get stuck with stuff that ends up actually selling before the thing we really wanted out of the lot, kind of thing. So this, they stuck with a cooler, and I don't have that up here either because it's kind of like a personal, like almost like lunchbox style cooler. I didn't list that. I don't know if I'm gonna bother. I'll just like put it out at like a yard sale or something that we'd have. But anyway, this along with the cooler, Eric won at a bid of $4.50. So if you ever come across these melted popcorns, they do sell. I would think probably the Halloween and Christmas ones would be the most you know, desirable, but I honestly don't necessarily know off the top of my head. But I do have this listed as a buy it now for $29.99. So we'll see if it sells. Alright, the next item I also don't have up here, but I won a large set of vintage Jeanette refrigerator glasses. So these, there were 2 long red ones and then some smaller green and yellow ones, and they all had lids except for one. So within the whole lot, I would be able to make 2 sets of 3 out of everything in the lot. When I looked these up, the sets of them were selling very high. I definitely think they are dishes that are harder to find type of thing. So I ended up winning all of the dishes for a bid of $90. So I did pay up for that, but I knew that I could potentially make a decent amount off of them since I could make 2 sets. So I have one set currently listed as a buy it now for $149.99. And then if and when that one sells, I can put up another set for the same price. And then I will have one just extra dish with no lid. It's one of the small green ones. So I can list that completely separately, obviously without a lid. But if someone is trying to complete a collection or maybe broke one of their green ones but didn't break the lid or something like that, then you know, I can sell that separately, like as a replacement type of thing. So paid a lot for it, but you know, if I could get those sets to sell for my asking price, it would definitely make up for the amount that I paid. Alright, the next item, this was really cool. Eric won this, and basically it's this hanging metal lamp. It is a lamp, it is an oil lamp, and it has this glass just like swirly art glass oil burner. Basically you fill this with oil and then light this wick that's inside, and this just nestles right into here like that, and then you can light it and hang it up again out on like a patio or a deck. That would look so pretty. So Eric won this at a bid of $8, and I currently put this up on auction for a starting price of $49.99. It's really cool. I couldn't find anything quite like it when I did my research, so hopefully that was a good starting price. Maybe it was a little too high, maybe it's a little too low. I'm not quite sure because I couldn't find anything exactly like it, but it's nice, it's unique, and those are the kind of things I go for. Alright, the next item already sold. I have to get this packaged up. Someone already purchased this. So Eric won this guy, and he's really heavy. He's made of this like really heavy chrome. And this is the Mac dog from the Mac trucks. And this is kind of like it looks like a hood ornament. It's not a hood ornament though, but they make these that are hood ornaments, but it's more like a paperweight kind of thing, like a little like decorative kind of statuette type piece. So Eric won this at a bid of $27.50, and I put it up as a buy it now of $122.99, and someone purchased it just today. So that's super exciting. It is going across the country. I'm not quite sure what country it's going to, but it was purchased through the GSP program. So that was a great score there. So haven't quite made my money back to profit yet off of this stuff, but we're getting there. We're working on it. Okay, next item was a Christmas item. This was a set of Christmas ornaments. They were in the box. There was one missing, And then when I was going to list, I noticed one was broken. So I threw that one away. There is also one other one that's broken. Oh my gosh, Michelle, why didn't I take a closer look at them? But it's broken slightly on like the one side and not so much on the other. So if you put it on the tree with like the other side facing out, you wouldn't, you know, notice. But it was still upsetting. But these all have those indentations on them, which seem to be slightly more desirable when it comes to these older Christmas glass ornaments. And yeah, they are marked Poland. I sold some vintage Christmas ornaments a while back and they sold well, so I had high hopes for these, but then after I found the two broken ones, I was kind of like, oh gosh, I'm not gonna really make much off of these now. So anyway, I won these at a bid of $25 and I currently have them on auction with a starting price of $39.99. So I'm hoping to at least get that for them. But yeah, that was an upsetting purchase because I didn't realize. I won these little guys for a really cheap bid. These two little vintage Santa Clauses. They are marked Kmar or Kamar here on their tags. And they have rubber faces. They're super cute. They're from 1972, I believe is what they say. So I won these little guys for just $2. So, and then I have them listed. I listed them together for, what did I list it together for? I listed them together on auction with a starting price of $19.99. So we'll see if they sell. I figured for $2 I'd at least try. And then they threw in this mug, this little plastic Santa face mug. It doesn't have a date on it. I didn't list this. I didn't know if it was worth my time to or not. I may still, but I haven't yet. I did win two of these old plush Santa Clauses with the rubber faces. They don't have tags, so I don't know, you know, who they're made by or anything like that. They're dirty. I mean, obviously, they're like super old. But I just love stuff like this, and I thought they were so cute. So I won two of them. They put them together as a lot for $10. So pretty much I paid $5 a piece for them. And I listed them both on auction with a starting price of $39.99. So this one looks like this. He's a little on the smaller side, but he does have like a little buckle, or belt I should say. And then this is what the other one looks like. So he is slightly larger, but looks pretty well the same almost. But again, no tags on him, so I'm not quite sure who he's made by. I also won two of the Anna Lee dolls. As far as the Anna Lee dolls go, I had some listed a while back and they sold, so I kind of just went with it. These ones are older. I think they're from the 70s. This one is from 1971, and it is a Santa Claus with his sack, and they do still have tags attached to them. So this one here I won at a price of $12.50, and I currently have him on auction with a starting price of $29.99. And he's kind of posable, like he's got that like metal wire in him, so he's able to be posed slightly. And then I also won the little mouse, and this one is from 1971 as well, and has her little just little card there. Her candlestick kind of needs to be glued back down a little bit. I didn't mess with that, but I mentioned it in the auction. But her I won at a price of $7.50, and I have her on auction with a starting price of $19.99. So she just looks like a little Christmas mouse, and again has that wire in her, so she's able to be posed slightly. All right, this next item I paid up for as well. They had a bunch of different Steinbach German nutcrackers and smokers and that kind of thing, and I once went to a yard sale and found a Steinbach German Santa Claus smoker for, oh my gosh, it was less than $5. I got him for, I actually got two. I got him, and then they also had one that looked like Sherlock Holmes, and I sold him, but I kept the Santa and I put him out every year. And the auction had a snowman, and I wanted it so bad, like for myself, but they were selling super high, and there was one in particular that, like, if I had to win, it was going to be this one here, and that's the one that I won. So I won the set of 3 wise men, and these I won at a price of $105 is what I paid for these. But these German Steinbach items, they are really expensive to begin with. And then, you know, obviously once they stop making them and people are trying to collect them, then, you know, the prices go up. So this is what they look like. They're little mini nutcrackers, and it's the 3 wise men. I'll take them out so you can see them a little better. They're very well detailed, absolutely gorgeous. So here's the one. And they all are numbered as well on the bottom. Like, I would love to keep this for myself, but since I paid so much, like, you know, I want to make a profit off of them. So, but I mean, if I came across these at a yard sale for like $50, I'd probably keep my next set. And then this is the last one here. So again, just really, really nice. I mean, if they don't sell and I'm stuck with them, that's all right with me, you know? So, but absolutely gorgeous in beautiful, beautiful condition. So anyway, I have these as a buy it now for $250.99. I priced them a little on the higher side from the other one. I don't know how many there were listed. I know it wasn't many. I think I priced it a little higher in hopes that, you know, they may not sell right away, but come closer to Christmas, I definitely feel like they have a higher potential to sell. And again, if I list them too high, then, you know, I can come down or put up best offer or something like that, or, you know, keep them for myself. Whatever it comes down to. All right, so one of the last things that I won, and you know, between the wise men and the Jeanette glasses and that car vase, those are the 3 things I spent the most on, and the rest of the stuff just kind of added up in the long run. Eric won a box of books for $1, and I only wanted 2 books out of it that I thought, you know, if he won it at $1, it would be worth it kind of thing. But there were some other books in there. I actually didn't even go through the whole box. I listed some of them, but some of them I feel like aren't really going to be worth listing. So I'll probably just put them out like a yard sale or something like that. But then there are some others that surprisingly, when I looked up, weren't selling half bad. But the 2 that I wanted out of the whole lot were these books here. And these are from the 80s. They're called the Pelorian Cats. They're from 1987. So it was basically a photographer who kind of posed these cats all adorable like, and then made like little books out of them. And it's so adorable. I read both of these while I was listing them. It's so cute. And there is a little like blib here in the beginning just about how, like, you know, the cats were humanely treated, nothing weird was happening in order to get their pictures taken and stuff like that, and all that good stuff. But they were so cute. Oh my gosh. And these books surprisingly were selling decently. I listed these as a lot with a buy it now of $39.99. So vintage kids books, some of them can do well. I was collecting vintage kids books for a while just because I just love the illustrations in them. I kind of stopped, or else they probably would have went with my collection. Speaking of vintage kids books, these were also in the box, and I did not know that. This is Strawberry Shortcake's Holiday Library, and these are also from the 80s. And it's like a little book set. Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Halloween is what's in here. I'll pull one out to show you guys. Again, just really, really cute. I'm not going to go through like the whole box of books by any means, but I do have some of them up here. So this is from 1983. And yeah, that was cute. And again, some people had these listed like insanely high. I don't know why, because when I checked solds and stuff like that, I didn't see any selling for as high as other people had them listed for. So I listed mine as a buy it now of $39.99. So if someone's collecting strawberry shortcake items, you know, maybe they'd be interested in something like that. I never had that set of books. And then just randomly, I'll show you two more books that I ended up listing. The first one was this Star Wars book from The Adventures of Luke Skywalker. So this is definitely older. This is from 1976. And then there's also, like, it's a storybook, but there's also some pictures from like the movie, like colored pictures there. And I listed this for, I don't know, I didn't write it down. I apologize, guys. It wasn't a whole lot. And then this was in there as well. It's an old copy of Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. This was from 1967. If you ever come across the first edition of this book, it would be from 1952. Definitely pick it up because the first edition sells for a lot of money. Unfortunately, this one isn't worth quite as much. I do have it listed for $29.99. So, but the first edition definitely sells better. In that book, just for fun, I found some old study hall pass papers in that book from, I guess, when this girl was in school, from the class officers of 1982 is what it says. So that is everything for this auction haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. When Eric and I went last week, I didn't spend near as much, and I definitely feel like I still got a lot of really good things as well. So hopefully some of this stuff will start selling. I mean, it's awesome that I already sold that Mac dog so far. So once I can get some more of this stuff selling, I can get out of the red as far as, you know, being able to make some profit off of it. But with the auction, that's always kind of how it goes. Sometimes I get things for cheap, sometimes I have to pay up for it, but for the most part, it's like interesting items, more unique items, things that you're not just gonna randomly come across very often type of thing. And, you know, just nice quality items. This past auction we went to, the house of the lady that it was in was just like immaculate. All of her stuff was just amazing condition, and she had such really nice things. So that's also what's so fun about the auction, is just you'll never know what you'll see there week to week. We are planning on going this coming week, but I don't think we're gonna stay for it. I think we're just gonna put in bids with anything that, you know, interests us, because it does take up a lot of time to sit at the auction for hours on end waiting for the stuff to come up that you're interested in to bid on. So I think we might take a break this week and just go in and place bids on stuff the day prior, and then not actually go the day of the auction. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You'll have to let me know what you thought down below. Are you enjoying these auction videos? You know, we've been going to auctions for a while now, but you know, I'm more of a yard sale girl. I love yard sales, but it's been really fun going to the auction, and I've really been enjoying it. So I hope you guys have been enjoying them too. I will see you next time.